It's a good night. It's a good Monday night for a live stream, if I do say so myself. Cooking Omelette, I would totally play that game. But yes, we are going to play some of the Eden of Grisaia. That's the final live stream of it. This is the finale. We got our true ending. We unlocked it. And now we go to start. We have this. This is the new thing. The Eden de la Grisaia. Prologue de la Grisaia. Just means prologue. Makinas will be like a third-person, first-person shooter. Actually, even better, Machina has a Devil May Cry-esque style of gameplay. A third-person all-around. Yeah, I mean, that's what it, I think, is about. It's about, like, what before everyone came, or when everyone came. So, it should be interesting. It's gonna be fun, guys. Anyway, with that said, you know, he's playing the music over and over. It's great. I'm looking forward to this, though. This is, you know, seeing it all start is an interesting way of ending it, in my opinion. I wish they gave it to, like, the choice to us first, like, oh, here's the prologue, and then we could go into the seed of Blonde Ale. You know? Actually, Michiru's just gets a visual novel. It's called Shiru Michiru. Anyway, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Night Livestream. I'm your host, animefanrk2k. I'm here with the final livestream of the Eden of Grisaia. Because even if I did want to go play the 18+ version, I would have to play the 18+ version separately off screen and then upload edited versions of it because of potential pornography. But anyway, we are going to conclude by going to the very beginning, the prologue. So look forward to it. Also, don't ignore the fact that the first few lines are red because I was just making sure this was a new thing because I wasn't sure. And I didn't look up spoilers for this game. Anyway, I want to become a bird. Anyone who's spent enough time in the world of literature will have felt that yearning at least once. And I must admit, I'm no exception. I used to spend a good deal of time gazing dreamily up at the clouds, wishing I could fly freely through the sky. However, as I grew up and learned the ugly truth about the nature of human society, I came to realize how pointless that fantasy was. Why yearn for the life of a bird? I already was one. But that doesn't mean I can soar through the sky. I'm a bird in a cage, forbidden to ever flap my wings. That's a thing that almost everyone who reads says, right? That man holds my life and death in his hands. I have no control whatsoever over my own future. Those are simply facts. When you really think it through, perhaps everyone is a bird in a cage to some degree. It's just that the cage I live in is a bit unusual in comparison to those that most inhabit. And they're playing music. There's like no opening too. Like when I played it before, there was no opening either. So later on I might have to edit this out anyway. Can I skip through this? I don't think I can skip through this either. It's very interesting. So I think there's something wrong with this video in particular. But it doesn't let me skip through it and stuff, so here we are. You can see this nice black screen. It's good. It's good black screen. I eat my senbei while I wait for this to be over. It's weird. Yes, they did cover this a little bit in one of the Fruits episodes in the anime, but this will probably be a more expanded version, so I'm not too worried about that. And like I said, like you guys are seeing a completely black screen, I'm seeing the same black screen. There's nothing showing, so don't think I'm censoring it or anything. Like just literally, I think there's something wrong with the video because it's just not showing me anything. So don't worry about it, alright? Yeah, mama! So hopefully it'll write itself afterwards. Yeah, it's just a black screen for me too. Like, there you go. It's working now. I'll probably try to cut that out later because, like after live stream's over. Mihama Private Academy. This is my cage. A school built on reclaimed coastal land on the outskirts of Kanagawa Prefecture. By the way, if you can't tell, this is clearly from Yumiko's voice. Because, you know, she's the one that always felt like a cage bird. It's a cutting-edge educational institution, equipped with remarkably expensive accommodations and a top-class teaching staff. That might make it sound rather appealing, but given the tall concrete wall that surrounds the campus, it comes off as more of an isolation facility. The fact that a number of locals refer to it as the prison ought to convey just how bizarre this place really is. But the most comical detail about this peculiar academy is that there's only a single student enrolled in it. Ever since my arrival this spring, I've been the only one living in the dormitory next door, and the only one attending lessons in these spacious classrooms. Most schools would, of course, instantly go bankrupt under such circumstances. Wow, I can't read it up. But that doesn't seem to be an issue here. It's an astonishing ostentatious cage by any standard. I know I've been spouting nothing but complaints so far. But to their credit, the school's PR claims about its high educational standards aren't entirely baseless. All for the sake of their single student, they brought in professional instructors to teach every individual subject on the curriculum. It's hard to find fault with them there. Now that I've gotten used to it, even the preposterous rows of empty desks all around me don't seem so.
Sakaki-san?
Go away, bit character. Wait, what? Everyone, this was the plot? Yeah, right? Because like, what? Realizing that the principal was calling my name, I turned my gaze up toward her. She lets out a small sigh.
She's
Raji, no, did you read the prologue too? Yup, caught in the act. And then it became about Yuji. Really, that's the big shakeup. I think is this would have probably stayed some sort of like high school drama where people eventually grew and like overcame their past, but then Yuji entered it, and then everything accelerated. And Yuji's past involves dealing with heat also. So this woman usually speaks in a rather dopey tone of voice, and her soft, childish appearance makes it hard to take her seriously. But at times, she can be remarkably perceptive. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. The first one, guys! It's the first one. It's Amane.
榊さんにとっては初めてのクラスメートになるわけですから、期待してしまうのは当然かもしれません。期待ですか?
Oh man, you say this now, Sakaki, but you and Amane are gonna be besties, even though you don't realize it, and Amane doesn't push it. I didn't learn any of this until after I'd been dumped into this school. It seems not just anyone can enroll here. There are 2 conditions you have to meet in order to become a student here at Mihama Academy. First, applicants must be connected to the school management board, the Sakaki Academy Educational Corporation, or its parent company, East Beach Holdings. Second, applicants must be capable of paying an enormous entrance fee, in addition to tuition that's 3 times greater than that of an elite private schools. Only individuals who meet both of these qualifications are allowed to enroll. What's Amanek's connection, though? Given these exciting demands, it's not hard to understand why I've been the only student here so far. And if someone's enrolling here despite all this, it means they can't possibly be a normal individual. In all likelihood, the transfer student arriving tomorrow is just like me. He must have caused a serious problem of some sort. Under the circumstances, I'm not naive enough to be excited about the arrival of my new classmate. Even the principals know. Yeah, but that's not what happens, because the girls don't really take on the terror cell at all. They never get involved with Hiso personally, and that's a good thing.
でも入学当初の榊さんがそうだったように転入生の子も緊張していると思いますからなるべく仲良くしてあげてくださいね。
Sakaki said, okay, and she like takes a case out of like box cutters. She goes, I'll leave this at home tomorrow. The principal clearly interpreted my response correctly. She made that request on me regardless. I'm not quite sure what to say.
初めての転入生
Hey, I know this picture. After school, I make my way to the rooftop of the dormitory to gaze out at the sunset. One of the benefits of this absurd learning environment is that I can go anywhere I please when I want a little time to think.
だからといって仲良くしろと言われてもね
I do understand Principal Tachibana's perspective, but it's hard to believe that someone coming to this school will be anything close to ordinary. In fact, it's entirely possible that this transfer student chose Mihama Academy because there's almost no one else here, specifically to minimize the need for social interaction. And if that's the case, trying to be friendly would only cause her distress. Oh man, when you meet Amane though, she is somebody who's trying to pick up the piece of her life. She'll be a great friend, I bet. I have to admit, I simply don't know how to approach this. You goes, I'm antisocial, man. What do you expect? There's also the fact that my own social skills aren't exactly up to par. See, she recognized it. I suppose that wasn't always the case, but things have changed. And I just don't feel particularly motivated to try and strike up a friendship with this new girl. Even if I do make an effort to communicate with her, there's a risk that she'll take an overly aggressive attitude toward me. Fortunately, I already know how to deal with people like that. Cut him with my box cutter! This new transfer turns out to be an enemy. I'll answer hostility in kind. Oh. Yep, the box cutter. I'll take this box cutter just as I did on that day. Cut her out of my life. Man, that sucks. This is a Yumiko before she's like, Realizing that there's a tight little smile on my face. Take a deep breath and try to calm down. And a moment later, I catch sight of a truck approaching the dormitory. I'd forgotten that the transfer students' belongings were being delivered today. Shaking myself out of my reverie, I hurry down to the lobby.
ごめんください。アラも引っ越しセンターのものですが。
Sup, bitch?
はい
あ、すみません。こちらにお住まいの学生さんでいらっしゃいますか？
You feel like if Yumiko was a guy, she would be an incel? I don't know.
そうですけど
それでですね、本日の日付指定でこちらにスオ様のお荷物を運び入れることになっておりまして。
Sama?
早速作業の方に取り掛からせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか？
ええお願いします。
ありがとうございます。それで引っ越し先のお部屋はどちらになりますでしょうか？
それなんですがまだ部屋が決まっていないのでひとまずロビーに運んでください。そこからは自分たちで部屋に運びますから。
Oh, there you go. Okay, I was like, did they decide I'm in his room yet? They
わか
haven't.
りました。それではこちらに運び入れさせていただきますね。
Instantly accepting my proposal, the man flashed me a professional smile, then makes his way back to the truck.
ここから荷物を運ぶのは手間だと思うけど部屋が決まっていないのなら仕方ないわよね。
We don't know what room she'll accept, right?
どうもありがとうございました。
I bet there was a lot of stuff, wasn't there? As the moving man finishes his task and leaves the dorm, I find myself staring dumbfounded at a mountain of cardboard boxes. To be perfectly blunt, it feels like a lot. Quite a lot. Especially compared to the 2 boxes I brought with me when I moved in. To be fair, I was basically shipped out here without any real time to pack. So maybe this is more like how things should be. No, I'm pretty sure Amane is the one that brings the most stuff in when she moves. I mean, usually brought the least. Amane definitely brings the most, right? And then probably Sachi would probably be like second most, I would say. Just because she probably have maid uniforms and stuff. Oh no, she got those after the fact. Sachi might be a minimalist then too. Then I don't know. Well, we'll see. But even so, it feels a little excessive.
しかもなぜかクール宅配便まで混ざってるし。
What? Just from that alone, it seems fairly obvious that the person who's arriving tomorrow is nothing at all like me. What if what if it's some big brawny glutton of a girl? Am I going to be living with an ogre? Oh my god! Imagine Amina is like the first boss of River City Girls. Sweat beads on my forehead as the hideous visage. Oh, sweat beads on my forehead. That's the verb. I'm sorry. I'm thinking sweat beads, like the sweat. Sweat beads on my forehead as the hideous visage of a fairy tale monster floats through my mind.
ひとまず深く考えるのはよそう。ダウンロード動画の 25% 割引今日までだし。
Yumiko's like, time to get all the porn! Wait, what? Forcibly pushing my fears from my mind, I turned back and headed to my room. But regrettably, my intuition would prove to be more reliable than I thought. Some spelling mistakes. Amina is a deco and After finishing up my routine web surfing, I glanced at the clock in the corner of my computer's desktop. It's 6:30.
今日はここまでね。
It's like, normally this is when we watch the porn, but... Letting out a little sigh, I turn off my machine and then crawl into my bed without bothering to change into pajamas. I doubt anyone transferring into a place like this is going to be enthusiastic enough to show up first thing in the morning. So I should be able to get in a good 4 hours of sleep before beginning my day. Oh, she stayed up until 6 in the morning. Never mind. Having worked out this convenient justification for my latest pointless all-nighter, I settled in under the covers and closed my eyes. And then the sound of the Bobo Tower, right? The motorcycle. But as just my conscience is starting to fade away, an unpleasant sound makes its way to my ears. Is that a car? No. A motorbike? Well, it doesn't matter. It's certainly not going to be entering this campus. Pull my blanket back over my body, decide to ignore the sound, but for some reason it keeps getting louder and louder. That's right, the motorcycle makes a lot of noise, right? Alright, let's revise this. Even if it does enter this campus, somebody else will surely take care of it. Determined to ignore this irritating attempt to disrupt my schedule for the day, I squeeze my eyes shut, and a moment later someone begins knocking frantically at my door. She's just like, fuck that shit!
学園長？どうせ夜遅くまでパソコンをしていてまだ寝たばかりなんでしょ？だったら早く出てきてください。
Oh, she's getting scolded. Hold on, did that woman call me out? Yo, did she call me out? I mean, the fact that she's absolutely right makes it even more annoying than it otherwise would be.
いつまでもたぬき寝入りを続けていると月曜日の現代文の時間はテストにしますよ。
Oh, that sounds annoying.
だからインターネットも気にしちゃいますよ。オフラインですよ。スタンドアローンですよ。
Stand alone? What? Yumiko said, no! My porn!
一体何？私が何をしたって言うんですか？
Aoni?
誰が青鬼よ。
The blue ogre.
どうしてそんなに怒っているんですか？
I think that's a reference to Aoni, right?
こんな時間にドアをノックされながら脅されれば誰だって不機嫌になると思いますけど。
Okay, Yumiko, it's 6 a.m. That is not the break of dawn. It's probably like 5:15.
そうですね。つい言葉が強くなってしまったことは謝ります。でもそうならざるを得ないくらいの緊急事態なんです。
What? What's happening?
緊急事態？
I thought it was just Amina. Is Amina an emergency?
榊さんにも聞こえているでしょ？この音が。この音ってバイクのエンジン音のことですか？
Alright, guys, it's official. Amina is an emergency situation that must be dealt
目
with.
的はわかりませんが、この美浜学園に暴走族がやってきたんです。
I bet it's just one bike out there.
だったらそれを何とかするのが先生の仕事ですよね。
She's like, I'm scared.
だから榊さんも一緒に来てください。
2v1 or 2v, how many other bikes there are?
はあ？学生の数が少ないうちは経費も節約した方がいいと思って、今この学園にいる大人は私だけなんです。
She's like, please. I can't help letting out a sigh. Controlling your costs is a fundamental part of running any organization. What exactly is she planning to do if this economizing has unpleasant consequences for her students? Then again, I doubt the man paying for all this is particularly mind if something were to happen to me.
それとも榊さんは私が暴走族の人に乱暴されてもいいって言うんですか？
I mean, because like I'm considering it. I honestly wouldn't care that much, but I think she'd throw a horrendous tantrum if I said so. Giving in seems like the simpler choice.
わかりました。私も行けばいいんでしょ？
Look at that pouty face.
ありがとうございます、榊さん。
Oh my god. Resigning myself to my fate, I clutched my trusty box cutter tightly and head down to the courtyard. By the time we emerged from the dormitory, the growling sound in the engine has already stopped. An individual clad in a flashy American-style biker outfit is just getting down off of their motorcycle. Oh yeah, we don't know it's on Monday yet. Okay, yeah, it's totally on Monday.
走り出したらちょうど良くなるとはいえ、この時期にライダースとチャップスはさすがに蒸しちゃうな。
Removing her helmet, the visitor standing before us reveals herself to be a young woman. Doesn't look much like a ruffian of any kind. At this rate, the bike's gonna run out of gas. Hey, I'm trying to read as fast as possible, okay? She's around 5'7" or so, with long, slender limbs. Red hair must be long enough to reach all the way down to her knees. Brushing it back in the wind, she turns slightly, and her gaze meets ours.
もしかしてこの学園の関係者の方ですか？聞かれてますよ、学園長。
Yumiko's like, come on, hurry up.
榊さんが答えてください。なんで私が？だっていきなり鉄砲を突きつけられて動くなとか言われたら怖いじゃん。
I mean, to be fair, Chizuru has literally been through a hostage situation where she was the hostage, so I can understand her worries.
私そういうのはもうこれが。
Exactly.
なんでもいいから少しは学園長らしいところを見せてください。
How are you afraid of this? Because let's say it this way, Chizuru is used to one student and having one student. And remember, she hasn't really gotten stronger. She didn't really get stronger until she really became invested in the helping her students to overcome their past. She's right now just dealing with Yumiko. Trying to contain my exasperation, I gently push Principal Tachibana's shaking body forward. Thrown off balance, she staggers forward and ends up right in front of the girl.
学園長さんっていいんですよね。そうです。私が学園長の立花千鶴です。先生です。花売りの女の子じゃありませんよ。花売り？おかげで私はこめかみをグリグリされてバシャーンでガボガボで。
Oh my god, that's what Daddy did to her!
なんか話が見えないんですけど、私は今日からここでお世話になる周防あまねです。よろしくお願いします。
Chizuru is a Yamcha then? Chizuru is more like the Chaozu. She's like a Pokemon. You're like, hey, I want to catch one of these. And then you find out that Pokemon's 32 years old and you're like, I don't know about that.
あなたが周防さん？
Can't you tell?
そうですけど、そんなに驚くところありました？だって履歴書に添付されていた写真はメガネをかけていたし、髪も三つ編みで、もっとこうおとなしそうな。
I was like, well, I went on a rebellious streak and rode around the country in a motorcycle, you know.
実は証明写真を撮るお金をケチっちゃって、あれは前の学校にいた頃のやつなんです。それに今はコンタクトだし。
As you can see, I switched to contacts. You mean she sent the picture of when she's freaking glasses, freaking braided hair, but you're showing the basketball. Oh my god.
じゃあ、アメリカの暴走族が乗っていそうなそのバイクは？
I'm just gonna happily talk about Bulbatar,
東
right?
京から三島崎までならそんなに遠くないし、足があった方が何かと便利だと思って乗ってきちゃいました。そんな軽いノリで？確かバイク通学は禁止じゃなかったですよね。ええ、自動二輪に 限らず自動車免許の取得や通学も特に禁止はしていませんけど。
I mean, like, Amane also is trying to grow up, you know? So, it's a combination of column A and column B.
音はなるべく気をつけるようにするので許可してもらえると助かるんですけど、ダメですか？まあそういうことなら。
And yo, shoutouts to Amane, because she's the reason why they now have policies for like where to store your vehicle and stuff on campus.
やった、ありがとうございます。
Yumiko's like, wow.
それから。
Pausing in mid-sentence, transfer student turns her gaze over toward me.
そうそう、紹介が遅くなってしまいましたけど、この子は榊由美子さん。美浜学園の開校当初から在籍している2年生で、スオさんのクラスメートになる女の子よ。
Oh wow, they just skipped the part where they introduce what class she is and that they're classmates.
榊由美子さんか。じゃあ榊さんっていいのかな。ええ、それじゃあこれからよろしくね、榊さん。よろしく。
Seemingly indifferent to the perfunctory tone of my pleasantries, transfer student flashes me a sincere smile. The fact that she didn't try to move in for a friendly handshake seems to suggest that she possessed a surprising amount of tact. Of course, I don't intend to form my evaluation of Suo Amane based off something as simple as that, but I have to admit, at first glance, she doesn't seem nearly as bad as I was afraid she might be. Man, what's this girl driving in with this American motorcycle, making all this noise first thing in the morning, wearing this freaking biker jacket, doesn't buckle her belt or her pants? What? Why did you buckle in your stuff now that I look at it? What the hell? Chizuru looks super proud of herself for some reason.
学生寮についての簡単な説明をするから、私の後についてきてくださいね。はーい。
Yes, ma'am.
ここが今日からスオさんが暮らすことになる美浜学園の学生寮です。
I'm gonna take the jacket off, and now it's her original.
パンフレットを見て知っているとはいえ、実際に見ると本当に豪華な建物ですよね、この寮って。
Has a kitchen and everything, don't worry.
最上級の学業環境が美浜学園のモットーですからね。
The ultimate! Oh wait, what? That different game, Danganronpa.
おまけに今この寮に住んでいるのは榊さんだけだから、部屋も選びたい放題よ。嘘、いいですか？ええ、学生の部屋は1階に4部屋、2階に7部屋あるから、好きな部屋を選んでくれて構いません。
Awesome.
ちなみに入って最初に見える部屋は管理人室で、その隣はボイラー室よ。
That's those rooms right there. That one and this one.
わかりました。だってあそこに積んである段ボールはもしかして私の？ええ、まだ部屋が決まっていないと聞いていたから、そこへ置かせてもらったわ。そっか、ありがとう。
Seemingly undaunted by the prospect of carrying all of her things to her room, the transfer student heads over to the boxes and starts counting them off to see if anything's missing.
ひふみよとひふみ。ちゃんと数も合ってる。それ全部スオさんの荷物なの？
She's probably like, damn, I don't even have that much stuff in my apartment.
そうですよ。今時の女の子は何かと物入りなんだとは思いますけど、さすがにちょっと多すぎませんか？
I think yeah, something like that. Machina just arrives like
自分でもそう思うんですけど、中身のほとんどは食べ物なんですよね。
food.
食べ物？
食べ物？
なんていうか、
Things to eat.
食べ物はいつだって余ってるぐらいじゃないと落ち着かなくて。
I don't know about you, but I fucking starved almost. Almost starved to death, so yeah.
お水とかお米とかお塩とか日持ちする缶詰なんかを詰めてきたんです。そう。
Chizuru also probably reviewed the file and said, "Oh, I kind of understand."
あとは調理器具も。ということはスオさんはお料理ができるのね。はい、お父さんが料亭の板長をやってる関係で、小さい頃からいろいろと仕込まれたんで。
Oh yeah, I remember when Yuji and him fought for your hand in marriage.
それじゃあ今度スオさんにお料理を教えてもらおうかしら。
Oh, in Sakaki's after story, she did just that, and Yumiko can become excellent at cooking stuff, as evidenced in the fruit.
私なんかでよければ。
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna call yourself amateur. What a humble human being.
ありがとう。その日を楽しみにしてるわね。
Yumiko's like, she's not that terrible, I guess. Standing by quietly, I listened to their conversation. Is there anything unnatural about the transfer students' responses? Am I missing any warning signs? For now, that's all I'm interested in. Well, exactly what she brought, maybe?
それってどうしましょう。部屋を一つずつ見て回る？部屋の構造って全部同じなんですか？ええ、基本的にはどの部屋も同じ構造です。違いは角部屋だと二面採光になるってことくらいね。なるほど。
It's gonna make her decision based off her survivability tactics. The transfer student brings her hand to her chin and hums thoughtfully to herself.
とりあえず2階へ上がってもいいですか？
With that, she heads over to the staircase. Two of us follow after her.
先に聞いておきたいんだけど、榊さんの部屋は階段を上がって右斜め前に見える角部屋よ。となると第一候補はここかな。
As she speaks, her eyes turn to the room diagonally across from mine.
こう言ってはなんだけど、真ん中の部屋でいいの？角部屋もまだ空いているわよ。私そういうのは気にしませんし、壁も薄いってわけじゃないんですよね。
As Amano would find out, the walls are not thick enough to keep Sakaki from searching the internet for porn. What?
そうね。個々のプライベートは十分に考慮して作られていると聞いています。じゃあちょっと中を見せてもらってもいいですか？え、どうぞ。
I hope they show the room without furniture so you just see it.
うわ、
Yup.
ひどー。
Oh yeah, it has none of Amina's stuff in it. Nice. Interesting. Get to see it. Opening the door with the principal's key, transfer student steps inside and walks slowly to the center of the room.
間取りは8畳で最低限の家具が備え付けになっているから、自分が選んだ家具を使いたい場合は申告してください。業者に頼んで引き上げさせますから。わかりました。どう？気に入ってもらえた？はい、広さは十分すぎるくらいだし、南向きだから日当たりもバッチリ。文句なしです。
Ah.
なるほど。スオさんの部屋選びはそこが最優先ってわけね。やっぱり太陽の光って重要じゃないですか。洗濯物もよく乾くし。
Amina is so homely for the wrong reasons. It's kind of
ち
sad
なみに
actually.
寮の屋上には物干しスペースもあるわよ。そうなんですか？うわー、楽しみ。じゃあ部屋の鍵を渡しておきますね。ありがとうございます。それじゃあ改めて。
I like they put the sound as she gets the key of putting it on her key ring.
山学園へようこそ。そう、あまねさん。
Just as the principal finishes things up with these formal words of greeting, the ringing of a mobile phone abruptly fills the air.
ごめんなさい、私だわ。
Looking a bit abashed, she quickly steps aside the room to take her call.
水道はアルカリイオン浄水。おまけにコンロ周りは IH か。対応のお鍋にしておいてよかったよ。
Oh yeah, induction is different. In the meantime, the transfer student sets about examining the room's kitchen and with genuine excitement in her eyes.
らしい選択なのかもしれないわね。
What? In a building full of empty rooms, it'd be rather aggressive to pick a room next to someone else's. But if she chose one that was too far away, there's a risk I might take offense. At least in part, that line of thought probably influenced the transfer student's decision. Amina is very smart, so that's entirely possible.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと急な用事ができてしまって、スオさんへの詳しい説明は明日にさせてもらっても構わないかしら？全然大丈夫です。今日は引っ越し作業もありますし、むしろそっちの方がありがたいくらいですから。
Yeah, she gets to do stuff.
そういえば荷物の運び入れは一人で大丈夫？なんなら業者を呼びましょうか？それも平気です。荷物は段ボールだけですし、私体力には自信あるんで。
I mean, yeah, she does all the shopping for like the dorm, right? Once she settles in. So
スオさんがそう言うなら無理強いはしないけれど、何か困ったことがあったらすぐに連絡してください。
with that said, the principal hands the transfer student a piece of paper with her email address.
お気遣いありがとうございます。
Uh,
それじゃあ私はもう行くけど、榊さんもスオさんの力になってあげてくださいね。
that's not gonna go well. Yumiko's gonna barely be able to lift a box. I mean, come on. By urgent, she probably has another transfer student. They do get 4 in the course of like a year and a half or so, right? Maybe 2. So, and that's entirely possible because they get Machina shortly after this, and then they get Michiru like a little bit after that, and then they get Sachi, and then Yuji, right?
わかりました。
Nodding at my reply, the principal turns and strides quickly out of the room. She heads for the stairway, speak to the transfer student without turning in her direction.
何か私に手伝えることはある？
Yumiko's trying at least, guys.
じゃあ榊さんが持ってるカッター貸してもらっていいかな？
My heart skips a beat the moment I hear those words.
どうしてそのことを？ほら、段ボールを開けるときに必要でしょ？でも私手ぶらで来ちゃったから。え？だからもし持ってたら貸してほしいなって思ったんだけど、ずうずうしかった？なんだ、そういうこと。
Yumiko's like, oh my god, she's a psychic. She knows I have a box cutter on me at all times. With a small sigh of relief, I reach into my skirt pocket and retrieve the box cutter I've been concealing.
今持ってたんだね。ええ、必要になるかもしれないと思って。
I mean, in many ways, that's true, Yumiko. I knew revealing it immediately would make her a bit wary, of course, but pretending to go back to my room for it would feel rather ridiculous. And I'm not exactly lying to her either.
そっか、ありがとう。
Amane, being the tactful person she is, doesn't pry into it too much either.
それと、今のうちに聞いておきたいことは？入学案内にも一通り目は通してるし、今のところは平気かな。でも引っ越し作業中に何かわからないことが出てきたら、その時はよろしくね。ええ、私は自分の部屋にいるから、何かあったら呼んでちょうだい。
Alright, I've now officially offered our new transfer student my assistance. That ought to be a sufficient display of deference to our principal, I think. Offering my goodbyes in a slightly friendlier tone of voice, I turn around and head back to my room. Yumiko's like, I got away with it, guys.
登場の仕方以外は割と普通だったわね。スオアマネ。
Muttering the name of my future classmate, I sit down on my bed and reach out for the file I left on my desk.
普通のクラスメイトはこんなものを持っていたりはしないのだろうけど。
Yumiko's, I'm not a normal person, guys. Speaking those words inspires a brief pang of guilt. Currently holding an investigative report on Suo Amane. It wasn't my choice to transfer into Miyahama Academy. But I'm still the daughter of its owner. I have a certain amount of say concerning its administration. And of course, no one wants me causing more trouble. Since they don't have anywhere else to put me at this point, they gave me this beforehand as a preventative measure of sorts.
実家は東京神田の京料理屋で、父親は板前、母親はその料亭の女将。
Okay.
私立滝園学園を1年間休学した後に、母方の実家がある京都の学校へ転校するも、3ヶ月で不登校となる。つまり、年は私の2つ上。
Yep. And the reason for her leave of absence was...
所属していた部活動の夏合宿中に起こった交通事故。
She knows. After skimming over the summary on the first page, I tossed the whole thing away. I do understand that the report was prepared for my sake, of course. But I don't have any intention of making friends with all the students who will eventually arrive here, so it's not of any real interest to me. I'm perfectly fine with keeping my distance.
少なくとも 私は分け知り顔で同情の目を向けられるなんて真っ平だもの。
Yo, Yumiko's good. There's no way any student at this school could be a normal person. As one such student, I'm all too aware of that, and that's why I'm not about to go prying into anyone else's life story.
こんなことを考えていること自体らしくないわよね。
Because you're growing, Yumiko. You're gonna become a real person. I'm not going to trust anyone ever again. I'm not going to take anything seriously. Those are the promises I made to myself in that moment, when the fruit that had ripened inside me fell to the ground with a rotten squelch. The image of a girl with her hands dyed red flashes before my eyes. An intense wave of fatigue washes over me. Is my body warning me, trying to stop me from remembering what happened that day? No, that's not it. It's much simpler than that. The principal woke me up as I was falling asleep. Now my exhaustion is catching up with me.
もう寝てしまっても平気よね。
That transfer student seemed like a fairly perceptive sort, so I don't think she will be asking for my help. Having provided myself with another convenient excuse, I close my eyes and let the pleasant drowsiness wash over me. It's like time to sleep finally. Feels like only moments have passed when I'm awake, but the world around me has already dyed in shades of orange. I lie quietly on the bed for a little while. I don't hear anything outside my door. By this point, she may already have finished carrying up her things.
一応様子は見ておいた方がいいわよね。
The principal did ask me to help her after all. A bit embarrassed by my inability to do anything without inventing some form of justification, I step out of my room and suddenly notice something unusual. When I listen closely, I can make out a peculiar noise that sounds a bit like two wet objects scraping briskly against each other.
この音。
There are only two tenants in this dormitory. I'm not the culprit here. In order to confirm my conclusion, I reach out and softly open the door to the newly occupied room across the hall. I'm gonna sharpen the kitchen knives, guys!
やっぱり和包丁はええな。切れ味抜群やのに細身ってところがまたたまらんわ。赤鬼。誰が赤鬼や。って榊さん？
What?
その廊下に出たら妙な音が聞こえてきて。あ、ごめん、うるさかった？そういうわけではないけれど、部屋の中を覗いてみたらあなたが凶器を研いでいたから。
Deadly weapon!
凶器って、これはただの包丁だよ。
I see a running gag here. Well, it's okay. It's because the blue ogre and the red ogre are gonna become besties, alright? Or at least mutual respect, you know?
でも、そんな形の包丁なんて。はあ、この包丁はお父さんのお下がりだから。一般的な包丁とはちょっと違うかもね。
It's a commercial kitchen knife.
板前さんなんかが使ってるやつは基本的にオーダーメイドで、打った人の名前が彫ってあったりするから。越野義八郎。
Nope. Sure enough, there's a name carved into the side of the blade in her hand.
どうどう？燕三条の鍛冶職人さんの手打ちだよ。すごくない？
Oh.
どうと言われても。
She's like, I'm not really sure. Can't even cook for myself, so I don't have the first idea how impressive that thing really is.
とにかく包丁を研いでいたってことは引っ越し作業が終わったのよね。うん、そっちはもう大丈夫。引っ越しって言っても段ボールを運び入れるだけだったし。
It's like, I can do this all the time. So we'll have blue, red, yellow. No, actually, we only have. Let's be honest. Makina, Michiru, and Sachi are all not like ogre levels or oni levels. So, Yuji definitely is so.
そう。あ、そうだ。そういえばちょうど榊さんに聞きたいことがあったのよね。
Just as I'm about to leave the room, the transfer student calls out to stop me. Reluctantly, I turn back to continue the conversation.
何？二つあるんだけど、いいかな？質問の内容によるわね。だったら答えられたらで構わないんだけど、この寮って倉庫みたいなものってあったりする？倉庫？ちょっと食料持ち込みすぎちゃったみたいで、これから増やしていくもののことも考えると ウォークインクローゼットだけじゃ心もとなくて。
Amina's walk-in closet would be like literally filled with survival materials then why don't you just throw the excess food away? Somehow managed to keep that thought to myself. I paused to consider her actual question.
それなら1階の階段下にある物置スペースを使えばいいと思うわ。大きさは十分とは言えないけれど、冷暗保存には最適なんじゃないかしら。なるほど、そんなところがあったんだね。で、もう一つは
It's like, what do you want to eat, right?
ああ、うん。榊さんはもうご飯食べちゃったかなって。まだだけど。じゃあ晩ご飯は遅い方？最近はそうかもしれないわね。そっか、教えてくれてありがとう。
Amina's gonna make her something. I'm not sure what the point of asking me that was, but it seems like we're finally done here. Having reached that conclusion, I turn around then.
ちょいとお待ちよ、榊さん。今度は何って。
This time, I'm not able to hide my annoyance. Just as I spin back around, she tosses something in my direction and I reflexively reach out to catch it. For a moment, I find myself at a complete loss for words.
これは何？何ってコンビーフだけど？いえ、そういうことではなくて。ああ、それはね、いろいろと私に教えてくれたお礼。
Giving you my precious corned beef.
で、コンビーフの缶詰？うん、美味しいよ。尾崎のコンビーフ。そう。
Yumiko goes, opens it up and eats it like, oh, this is pretty good. Holding a chilly can in my hand, I leave the room without a word of thanks. I'm not exactly sure how to describe what I'm feeling.
コンビーフって。
She's like, really? Really? Corned beef? Not entirely sure what to do with the can, I just place it on my desk for now and return to my usual web surfing. But soon enough, there's a quiet knock at my door.
榊さん、いる？この声は転入生よね。
There was completely silence outside this door up until yesterday, but it seems her arrival has changed things significantly. Not a small sigh as I get up from my chair.
はい。どうも、斜め前の部屋に引っ越してきた周防天野です。よろしくお願いします。え？というわけで、あなたのおそばに参りました。
A soba? Grinning from ear to ear, she holds out a tray containing a heaping serving of soba noodles.
あなたのおそばに参りました。
Is Amina trying to pull this joke?
はあ？
Yumiko's so lost!
いや、今のはそばがそばにかかっててね。そういうことじゃなくて。あれ、もしかして面白くなかった？おかしいな。前の学校ではやった時は受けたのに。だからそうじゃなくて。ごめん。やっぱりうざかったよね。
Amina's surprisingly needy sometimes though.
それが分かっていて、なぜこんなことを？そこはほら、単純に引っ越しの挨拶ってやつ？たとえここが問題児しか集まらないような学園でも、そういうところはちゃんとしておきたかったからさ。自覚はあるってわけね。まあね、私もここがどんなところか理解した上で転入を決めたつもりだし。そう。
Assuming she's being honest, this girl's here of her own free will, unlike myself. Whatever her reasons, it seems she's actively trying to improve her situation for the better. That would explain why she's being so proactive.
そういうわけでさ、このお蕎麦は食べちゃってよ。え？晩ご飯まだなんだよね。だったらちょうどいいでしょ？
Soba is pretty good, you know.
だからあの時ご飯のことを。もともとそういうつもりで作ったんだし、このまま捨てちゃうのはもったいないじゃん。そうね。だったらそのお蕎麦はあなたが食べるといいわ。え？それじゃ。
With that said, I reach over to close my door.
ちょっと待った。
Clearly figuring out what I was about to do, the trans student slips her leg into the doorway to prevent me from closing it.
何？ さすがに今のはちょっとひどくない？
I was like, just eat my food, come on.
気分を害したのなら謝るわ。ごめんなさい。
Close.
じゃあ、私も強引だったことは謝るから、このお蕎麦は食べてくれない？あなたもしつこいわね。私はいらないって言っているのよ。だから私もそこをなんとかって頼んでるんじゃん。
I misjudged this girl. I had the impression that she was a relatively thoughtful person, but she's more of a meddling nuisance.
わかった。じゃあ私は榊さんに大事なお蕎麦を一晩預けます。はい。ただ預けるだけ。それだけだから、とりあえず受け取ってよ。預けるだけ？そう、別に食べたくなかったら食べなくていいし、食べたくなったら食べてもいいからさ。それに何の意味が？それなら構わないでしょ？
Even as the words are leaving her mouth, she pushes out the tray of soba towards me.
勝手にそんなことを決められても。とにかく、そういうことだから、よろしくね。
Now she's holding the soba, she's like, what the hell? Abruptly cutting off her conversation, Transfer student forcibly pushes the tray into my hands and scuttles back to her room.
なんなのよ。もう。
Amane. This is a peace offering from the red ogre to the blue ogre. Leaning against my door, I let out yet another sigh. After a full day of dealing with this remarkably pushy transfer student, I can't help resenting myself for my initial misjudgment of her personality.
私と同じように、初めて会う人間の前だから控えめにしていただけ。
And because I failed to notice that simple fact, I've ended up with a tray of freshly made soba sitting in my hands. Then again, I suppose this is how it goes when you get a new classmate. Really? Every time I got a new classmate, didn't give me a tray of soba? What are you talking about, Yumiko? Or since the incident at my previous school, I've been quite literally isolated here. I didn't have to bother thinking about anyone else. But now that someone else like myself has arrived, a certain amount of friction between us is all but inevitable. And given that we'll be both taking the same classes and living in the same building, things are only going to get more troublesome.
差し当たっての面倒事はこのお蕎麦よね。
Muttering grumpily to myself, I head over for the trash can in the corner of my kitchen. I press my foot down on the pedal. Alright, we back on? That was weird. It just did a disconnect, reconnect. We should be back, right? Yep. Internet, don't be weird. Come on. I'm trying to get through this. The transfer student said something about leaving it with me for the night, but I'm positive she won't actually ask for it back. I'll just have to dispose of it myself then.
いらないって言ったのに。
Still, for some reason, my hands don't want to turn over the tray. The seconds tick by as I stare at the lid of the trash can in silence. She hasn't eaten anything, so... My stomach abruptly begins to rumble, reminding me of the fact that I'm actually rather hungry. To be certain, I haven't had a proper meal all day. My refusal of the soba is more reflexive than anything else. Now that I'm actually holding it in my hands, the aroma is actually quite tempting. The correct answer is clear enough, but it would be rather pathetic given so easily after my earlier show of defiance. In that case, my best option would be... the corned beef! She eats it.
さーて、一日の疲れはお風呂でリフレッシュしないとね。なんたってここの大浴場は24時間入浴可能でオーシャンビューなんだもんね。楽しみやや、あそこに見えるのは部屋の外に器を出しておくって出前じゃないんだからでもちゃんと食べてくれたんだ。榊由美子さんか。
I was like, we'll be friends.
人付き合いは得意そうじゃないし、自分から壁を作っちゃうタイプみたいだけど、悪い人じゃなさそうね。それと 推しに弱い。
I mean, she is kind of, you know, you're a little forceful and she caves because of her past traumas. What? The transfer student received her campus tour the next day, as promised. At the start of the following week, she began attending our normal classes without much in the way of ceremony. Of course, normal is a rather subjective choice of words, given the peculiar nature of Mihama Academy's lessons. The single most unusual aspect of this school's curriculum is that all students learn the same material regardless of their grade. Apart from certain electives, everyone takes identical classes in accordance with the educational program they devise on a yearly basis. That's the reason that Suo-san, who entered as a second-year student, is in the same class as myself, a first year. Incidentally, we're currently in a contemporary Japanese period studying...
ねえねえ、榊さんって少女？
What?
はあ？それとも、とっくに経験済み？いきなり隣の席にやってきて何を言い出すのかと思えば、あなた、湧いてるの？ああ、そういう言い方傷つくな。自習になった時間はクラスメイトとの交流を深めるために使いなさいって学園長さんが言ってたじゃん。
I mean, it's like, this is very important because I masturbate a lot and I want to know if you're the same.
それを踏まえた上で今の質問をしたんだとしたら最低ね。ありゃりゃ、もしかして機嫌を損ねちゃった？月曜日の2限目からワイダンを持ちかけられて機嫌を良くする人がいるとでも？榊さんって性欲が強そうだからいけると思ったんだけどな。もしそういうことに興味があるんだったら誰かと話をして適度に発散しちゃった方がいいと思うよ。一人で悶々としちゃうから。確かにその通りね。でも私には関係のない話だわ。
Hey, that's not what I'm doing on the internet, okay? Honest. Your looks all over the place. I can deal with my baser impulses perfectly well on my own, thank you very much. At least she admits it.
それならそれで構わないんだけど、授業のことで一つ聞いてもいい？何？美浜学園って基本的に午後の授業は選択式で1週間前に学びたい教科の希望を提出するんだよね。ええ、学園長の許可さえ下りればいわゆる芸術以外の科目を希望することもできるわ。
I wonder what Amina's gonna take, right?
で、私は転入してきたばかりだから今週は榊さんと同じ授業を受けてくれって言われたんだけど、榊さんは何を選んでるの？
Art?
美術よ。
Yep, art.
なるほど。ラフスケッチで性欲を発散してるわけか。
This is when Sakaki Yumi thought to herself, I found a comrade. I mean, a person more perverted than I am.
違う。私の専攻は風景画よ。そっか。榊さんは絵を描くのが好きなんだね。
Yumiko's like, ah! Pulled along by her provocative questions, I've ended up revealing more about myself than I needed.
疑問が晴れたのなら早く自分の席に戻ってちょうだい。私は微分積分の予習がしたいのよ。はーい。
Apparently deciding that she bothered me enough for the moment, Suo-san obediently returns to her own seat. She's chosen a desk in the middle of the window seat side row. Just like her room, it's a spot that gets a lot of sunlight. Huh, weird. It's like Amina chooses things in a very specific way. I don't know why. Ever since the dramatic arrival at Mihama Academy, the girl's been making my life rather hectic. But having another classmate around does have certain benefits.
では次の問題をスオ君に解いてもらおうかな。
また私ですか？
For one thing, the instructors who like asking us to solve problems during class are generally focusing their attention on the new transfer student. Which means I finally got a reprieve from the awkward personal tutor dynamic that I've been putting up with since my arrival here. Yumiko's like, yes! Yes! Don't have to do that shit anymore. Yes!
やっと午前中の授業が終わったよ。
Amina's like dying. By the time we make it to lunch, Suo-san sprawled out on top of her desk. I've been singled out more than 10 times by her instructors. Watching her out of the corner of my eye, I slowly stand up from my seat.
あれ？もしかしてトイレ？一緒に行く？どうして一緒に行く必要が？というか、私はお弁当を取りに行くだけよ。お弁当？
All this explaining is starting to get a bit tiresome. Doing my best to suppress my annoyance, trying to think of a quick summary of the situation.
今は学生数の関係で学食が機能していない代わりに仕出しのお弁当を注文することができるのよ。
Ah, order lunches.
そういえば学園長さんに校舎を案内してもらった時、学食はお休みしてるって言ってたっけ？
Hopefully you guys have enough students to open that cafeteria one day, you know?
朝のホームルームまでに黒板横のノートに名前を書いておけば昼休みに届くようになっているわ。
Convenience.
へえ、出前みたいなことが許されてるなんて、豪華な設備の学園はやっぱりやることが違うんだね。
True enough, of course. Of course, it's fairly obvious that we're only afforded that privilege to discourage us from wandering outside the school walls.
でも今のところは自分でお弁当を用意しようと思ってるから、私が利用する機会はなさそうかな。
Of course, Amane. Yumiko's like, man!
ごめん。じゃあなんで聞いたって顔はやめてもらえる？今の今までその存在自体知らなかったんだからさ。
Amane's like, hey, I might be annoying, but at least be fair about it, okay?
そうだったわね。ごめん、榊さん、ちょっといい？
What up? After school, as I'm leaving the classroom to return to our dorm, Sula-san rushes over to stop me.
何？そういえば聞くタイミングを逃しちゃってたんだけど、アドレス教えてもらってもいいかな？
Oh, this is the incident where Sakaki said no, right?
アドレス？携帯電話持ってるよね？だからといってあなたにアドレスを教える気はないわ。
Yup.
嘘？なんで？クラスも一緒なら住む場所まで同じなのだから電話を使う必要なんてないでしょ？
Yup. And then she gave it to Yuji, right? Like right away, and then it got passed around, and Sakaki just cleared it, and Yuji's like, that's my fault. That's my
そうか
bad.
な。少なくとも私があなたに電話をかける予定はないもの。うわ、本当にそう思ってたとしても実際口にしちゃう？普通じゃないからよ。
I was like, well, you got me. You win.
どうしてそうツンツンしちゃうかな。
Soon.
それはどういう意味？おとといはおそばだってちゃんと食べてくれたのに。
Dun-dun! Dun-dun! Caught off guard by this unexpected comment, I feel my cheeks instantly go red. Trying to hide my own embarrassment, I force my face into an even sterner expression than before.
これ以上私が愉快な人間だと勘違いされても困るから、この際はっきりと言っておくけれど、私があなたの相手をしているのは学園長に頼まれているからであって、慣れ合うつもりはさらさらない。だから駅前でティッシュを配っている人のように気安く声をかけるのは遠慮してもらえると助かるわ。そう来るか。
Oh, Amane is smart though.
どうして榊さんがここにいるかなんて聞かないし、ツンツンするなとも言わないけど、そういうキャラって疲れない？キャラなんか作っていないわよ。
Not only did she ignore my attempts at provocation, the girl's acting as if she sees right through me. So aggravating that I find myself raising my voice.
わかった。榊さんがそこまで言うなら、もうアドレスは聞かないよ。
It's not about the email addresses anymore. It's personal.
少し私が無神経だったところもあったしね。そう。理解してもらえたようで何よりだわ。
Yumiko sounds a little exasperated though. With that slightly caustic parting shot, walk off toward the entrance, my strides longer than usual.
釘刺されちゃったか。悪い人じゃないのはわかるんだけど、これはちょっと苦労しそうかも。
I want to be friends with her. I lost lots of friends. I want to be friends with this one. Finally abandoning my attempts at studying for English class, I lean back in my desk chair and let out a long sigh. Seems like I've been doing a lot more of that over the last few days.
それに、あれだけ大きな声を出したのは久しぶりかもしれない。
And he goes like, she shouted out more. What? Since the day that Principal Tachibana showed me around Mihama Academy with a frightened expression on her face, I've barely spoken to anyone except during classes. In that respect, I've changed a surprising amount in the last few days. But after such a long period of stagnation, I can't tell if that's even a positive thing. To be honest, there's been a single thought burning inside me since the moment I stalked out of that classroom. Maybe I was a little too hard on her. Oh, she feels guilty. That sense of regret has completely robbed me of my ability to concentrate. I essentially told the girl to leave me alone, and now I'm wasting my time worrying about her. It's honestly rather pathetic. Still, it's painfully obvious that I'm not going to get anything done if I leave things the way they are. Gonna find her, she's sharpening a different knife. Standing in front of Suo-san's door, I pause for a moment and knock fairly loudly. There's no reply. As I'm trying to decide what to do next, I notice the sound of someone striking something with a hard object. Oh, it's Amane cooking. Descending the stairs, I discover my classmate standing in front of the dormitory shoe rack, apparently hammering a nail into the wall. Oh no, she's doing something else. When I draw closer in silence, Suo-san starts speaking to me without turning around. Oh, it's the thing that if you're in or out, right? There's no awkward tension in her voice. That's a bit of a relief. And Suo-san straigens the whiteboard against the wall. Realize that she's holding a number of magnetic plates that read out on one side and in on the other. All of a sudden, I finally understand. Suo-san only wanted my contact information so that we can inform each other of our whereabouts when necessary. And thanks to my stubborn refusal, she ended up going out of her way to set this up. In the face of that fact, I can't help feeling rather ashamed of myself. I'm not sure Suo-san understands how I'm feeling. Instead of asking me for my email address again, she simply flashed me a mischievous little grin. Following her lead, I tried to respond as normally as possible. She smiles in evident satisfaction. She puts on an out. Feeling a bit like a child who ran away from home in a fit of pique, only to come crawling back once they got hungry, I bashfully looked for my name on the whiteboard. The lonely housewife. After checking again to make sure I didn't misread the words, somehow I squeezed the magnetic plate tightly in my hand. And then hurl it to the ground with all my might. She's living in the room diagonally across from mine. She sits a good distance away from me in class. We don't go to the ladies' room together, nor push our desks together during lunch. And sometimes we end up yelling angrily at each other. That's about where things stand as of our third day attending Mihama Academy together. That's so good! Oh my god, her so good! The lonely housewife. If you ask someone who knows me what my hobby is, the answer you're most likely to hear would be drawing. However, I'm not entirely sure if I refer to it that way myself. There are all sorts of things one might consider hobbies, such as watching movies or reading. I think the most important factor is whether you feel actual joy in the time you spend doing those activities. And since drawing doesn't bring me any particular pleasure, I'm not sure if it falls into that category. The thing sticking out of my tote bag probably gave away the purpose of my outing. Suo-san doesn't pursue the matter any further. After changing into my shoes, I walk up to our whiteboard, now bereft of nicknames as a result of my vigorous protests. and flip my magnetic plate to indicate that I'm out of the dorm. Oh, she's going to draw, right? Since the email address incident, Suo-san and I haven't gotten into any further arguments. We've now had nearly a week to get to know each other, and I think we've both gotten a feeling for each other's personal boundaries. At the very least, I've been finding fewer reasons to sigh lately.
慣れの問題という意味では、三島崎の町と同じなのかもしれないわね。
So it's a matter of getting used to each other, yeah. This place struck me as an inconvenient country town at first, but I've actually grown rather fond of it. The sea breeze is nicely humid, but not too muggy. The coastline isn't constantly swarming with cars. In practically every respect, it's very different from any of the neighborhoods I've lived in before.
それに気づいてからは、外出の機会も増えたのだから、単純よね。
From the start, I knew that there were many local residents who weren't happy about the Mihama Academy's presence in their midst. To make matters worse, this eye-catching uniform makes it blatantly obvious that I'm a student there. Because of this, among other things, I spent most of my time shut up in my room at first. But lately, I found myself going out much more often. In that vast majority of cases, the purpose of those outings is to draw.
今日はこの辺にしよう。
Oh, this is the spot that she's gonna be with forever, right? Yep. This is gonna be the spot, her permanent one. Just sitting down on the riverbank, I reach out into my tote bag and retrieve my sketchbook. I've already decided on my subject and mentally framed a portion of the landscape. Within seconds, I'm starting the initial rough sketch. As I concentrate on the movement of my pencil, I can feel my mind gradually emptying itself of all conscious thought. Suspended in a pure white world, feeling neither pleasure nor discomfort. It almost feels as if I'm watching myself drawing from a great distance. For some reason, this emotionless state always leads me to remember the time I spent living in my uncle and aunt's house. Every single day, they argue tirelessly over the exact same things. And to escape that painfully awkward environment, I would go out into the garden and silently scratch drawings into the ground. It was a hollow, pitiful diversion, a way to kill time and to avert my eyes from reality.
今の私は、あの頃と何も変わってない。
You're changing, Yumiko. You are. You just can't see it yourself because you live with yourself. As a vivid memory melts away, I mutter to myself in a self-pitying tone of voice. Just as my mother deposited me at that house when I was a child, I've been thrown into another unfamiliar prison in an unfamiliar city. And this time I'm entirely on my own. I'm used to being alone. No matter how many times I whisper that to myself, my body doesn't seem to get the message. On numerous occasions, I spent hours trembling uncontrollably in my bed at night. If I died here and now, it's entirely possible no one would even notice. The absurdly large and empty campus, total solitude had proven far more painful than I had anticipated. I know that killing time like this isn't much of a solution to that problem. If at all possible, I'd like to find some better reason to leave the Academy's grounds. But right now, this is simply the best I can do. So I sit here on the grass drawing my pictures, and hoping I'll find some means of escape.
あれ？そこにいるのって榊さんだよね。
Oh, Amane, what? Just as I reached a good point to pause for the day, a voice calls out to me from behind. Turning around, I see Suo-san walking toward me.
絵を描くために出かけたのは分かってたけど、ここで描いてたんだね。
Suo-san seems to believe that I simply enjoy drawing, and I don't want her to realize the truth. Trying not to reveal my current state of mind, I respond more curtly than usual and begin gathering up my things.
スケッチブックをしまうってことは、今日はもう終わり？そうだけど、それが何か？それはいいことを聞いちゃったかも。
It's like time for food! Right? Flashing me a meaningful smile, Suo-san walks over to me, and a few minutes later I find myself being pushed along past the train station.
一体どういうつもり？何が？あなたが今私の背中を押しながら商店街を目指している理由よ。
She's like, I don't have to go to the art store yet.
ああ、榊さんには悪いんだけど、ちょっと買い物を手伝ってもらおうと思って。買い物？これから料理に使う食材の買い出しに行こうと思ってさ。
Dinner.
そんなのあなた一人で行けばいいでしょ。どうして私も行く必要が？それを私の口から説明するのはいやらしいっていうか、とにかく一緒に来てくれればわかると思うから。
What? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what do you mean? I mean, other than she might be trying to get Sakaki's opinion on stuff because she wants to cook something for Sakaki, right? Suo-san's evasiveness leaves me puzzled at first, but soon enough the meaning of her words become rather obvious.
おどこのべっぴんさんかと思ったらアマネちゃんじゃねえか。今日は全品2割引きでいいから何か買ってきてくんな。
Damn, these guys already.
うわー、ありがとう。じゃあナスとトマトを一皿ずつもらっちゃおうかな。
毎度あり。じゃついでに大根も1本おまけしちゃおう。
Hell yeah, daikon. I love daikon radish.
嬉しい。
アマネちゃん、アマネちゃん、うちにも寄っておくれよ。たくさんおまけするからさ。
いいの？じゃあ買っちゃおうかな、豚バラ。
ああ、もうアマネちゃんは可愛いな。さっき並べたばかりのベーコン持ってって。
Remember, this butcher gets scolded by his wife later because he always gives like freebies to Amane and later Sachi.
やった、ありがとう。
Right?
おーい、アマネちゃん、今日はいい味が入ってるよ。
How does she get all this, man?
本当？じゃあ2匹買ったらおまけしてくれる？
アマネちゃんにはかなわないな。
She's good, she's good. For nearly an hour, I simply watch in astonished silence as Suisan is barraged with attention from the local merchants. You'd think she was some celebrity touring the area for a TV program.
まあこんな感じで最終的に一人で持ちきれない量になっちゃうから、榊さんに荷物持ちを手伝ってほしい。
Amane's like, I hate saying no to free food, you know? When it's finally over, Suisan strikes up a conversation as we're lugging our bulging plastic shopping bags back to the dorm. Walking along behind her, I find myself dwelling on a rather simple question.
いっぱいおまけしてもらえるのは嬉しいんだけど、この前なんか商店街と寮を往復する羽目になっちゃって、その代わり奥さんが店番してる時は視線が痛いんだけどね。で、榊さん？
That's because Amana's got it. You wives don't. In this, that's why.
どうして？ああ、ごめん。もちろんもらったおまけは榊さんと半分こにするよ。
そうではなくて、あなた三島崎に来てまだ1週間くらいよね。それなのにどうしてもあんな風に地域住民と打ち解けているのよ。
Oh yeah, that's true.
そういえば初めて商店街に顔を出した時は渋い顔をする人がほとんどだったかも。
そう、普通はそうなるはずなのよ。
Even now, almost no one ever says a word to me in the street. Of course, I'm probably not the best example to be using, but it felt quite clear that the locals were shunning anyone associated with Miyahama Academy.
そこはほら、女の武器を使ってるか否かの差じゃない？や
I
っぱ
know,
り。
I know, she's not wearing her school uniform, she's wearing her normal outfit. That remark Suo-san abruptly strikes a suggestive pose. To be certain, she has a remarkably voluptuous chest. She's wearing a rather revealing outfit as well. When a girl like that saunters down the street, I suppose it's only natural that men would want to chat with her.
そういう理由なら私には真似できそうにないわね。
そうかな。榊さんって結構おっぱいも大きいし、ちょっと胸元がざっくりめの服を着るだけでも随分印象が変わってくると思うよ。
Ama's like, please, you too can be a bitch in training.
私はあなたのように他人の前で肌を露出する気はないと言ってるのよ。それに学生の清掃は制服でしょ。
Ama's like, but I have to win, you know?
なるほど。だから今日も制服を着てるんだ。
何か問題は？
いやさ、榊さんって育ちの良さそうなお嬢様っぽい雰囲気があるし、結構常識人なんだなって。
何？それは私のことをバカにしているの？
Nah.
違う。美浜学園にそういう人がいてくれて、ちょっと安心したって話。
Someone who follows the rules and like is to the book if need be. I'm sure that was nothing more than a casual off-the-cuff remark. But even so, it makes me a bit happy. Can't find anything to say in response.
いやー、榊さんが手伝ってくれて本当に助かったよ。ありがとう。
その前にどうしてあなたが当然のようにこの部屋を使っているのよ。
I was like, well, I picked a lock and then it has a bigger fridge than mine, so... From what the principal told me, they weren't planning to allow students to use the dorm's management room.
実は 榊さんから教えてもらったシェルターをすぐにいっぱいにしちゃってさ。
いっぱいにしたって、あの階段下のスペースを？
It's like you should see it.
うん。
Well, that's a surprise. Isn't the largest storage space true? We could easily fit 5 sizable moving boxes in there. She's already filled it up in less than a week. Just how much food is she hoarding in there?
それで他にいい場所はありませんかって学園長さんに相談したら、ここを使っていいって言われて。キャベツが丸々1個入る大きな冷蔵庫も置いてあったりして、結構便利に使わせてもらっちゃってるんだよね。
As I cook in here.
部屋の鍵を持っている時点で今のは本当の話なんでしょうね。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the first episode of the Fruit of Grisaia anime, she picks the door lock. Based on what I've seen of Suo-san over the course of this first week, there's one thing I can say with confidence. The single biggest difference between us is that she knows how to get what she wants. And it's not so much that she's unusually shrewd, but rather that I'm painfully inept.
もしかして呆れられちゃった？
自分にね。
Oh.
ん？
それよりこんなに食料品ばかり買い込んでいると別のところが心配になってくるんじゃない？
You know, like, the food? You know, the food, like, the food kind of like, you know, not spoiling and stuff, right? Just saying.
そこは大丈夫。ほとんどが缶詰とかの非常食だし、料理は毎食きちんとカロリー計算してますから。
She's good about that, you know? Suo-san offers me an enthusiastic thumbs up, but the motion causes excess fat at her waist to jiggle slightly, leaving her argument somewhat less than convincing. That said, I think her plumpness might actually be rather attractive to many, so I don't particularly feel like making an issue of it.
でもまあこれで私の役目は終わったわよね。
ああ、うん。今日は本当にありがとう。
そう思ったのなら次は別の方法を考えてもらえると助かるわ。
そういうとこ榊さんらしいな。
It's not that she's harsh, it's that's just who she is.
私がそういう人間だってことはもう分かったでしょ。
まあね。でも最後におせっかい1個。今日はカレーを作ろうと思ってるんだけど、よかったら榊さんもどう？
悪いけど遠慮しておくわ。
そっか。
For an instant, my mind flashes back to the soba incident from last week. This time, Suo-san doesn't seem inclined to push the issue. Relieved, I turn and make my way to the door.
じゃあ代わりにこれ。
But then, just like a few days ago, she suddenly tossed something in my direction.
これは塩飴？
Ooh, salt candy.
そう。脱水症状の予防にはこまめな水分補給が欠かせないって言われてるけど、本当に重要なのはお塩なんだって。知ってた？
Yeah, it's important.
だからといって今渡されても。
To be honest, I'm not sure what she expects me to do with it.
まあまあ、持ってて困るものじゃないんだからさ。
そうね。
She's getting played so easily. It's less of a nuisance to take things than to find some way to turn her down. While I decide to accept the candy as a simple matter of self-interest, I'm surprised to feel myself feeling somewhat touched after she gently hands them over. The way that girl tries to give me treats at every possible opportunity feels a bit familiar.
スオーさんと話していると昔隣の
Oh, the housekeeper who treated her so well. Oh, poor Yumiko. Now, if you allow me to explain myself, I do have an actual reason for turning down her dinner invitation this time. Namely, I need a bath. It was a rather hot day, and I spent hours sitting in the sun and helping Suo-san with her groceries. I want to get this sweat off me as quickly as possible. And it's like, and this is the Steam version. Yes, it is the Steam version. Unfortunately, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't know. After rinsing myself off with a quick shower, I eagerly sink down into the bath. We do have individual bathing facilities in our rooms, of course, but it takes some time to get a hot bath ready. Far easier to just pop into the common bathroom since it's available 24 hours a day. It really is a convenient thing.
おまけにこの広さだものね。
Damn, I want to I want to bathe in that. I want a really nice long hot bath.
うんうん。わかるよ。
What?
その気持ち。
What?
は
Huh?
なんだ、榊さんもお風呂だったん
Oh,
だ。
guys, it's a very convenient to play soap bubble time.
スオさん
It's completely normal, guys.
おう、スオさんだよ。
ど
My
う
name.
してあなたがここに？
どうしてって、私もお湯をいただきに来たからに決まってるじゃん。
Almost like I was, outside shopping, working up a sweat, talking to people. Kind of think of it, that really ought to have been obvious. Until now, Mihama's lack of students meant that I had this place all to myself. But ordinarily, I'd already have run into this sort of situation multiple times by now. There's nothing inherently unusual about it, but...
まあ、本当のことを言うと、榊さんを探してたら脱衣所で服を見つけて、私も急遽入ることにしたんだけどね。
やっぱり偶然にしてはタイミングが良すぎると思ったのよ。
Sexy girls! I mean, yeah, they're pretty stacked, actually, yeah.
というか、どうしてそこであなたも入ってくる必要が？
それは、榊さんがクラスメイトとの交流を拒もうとするからでしょ。
I was like skinship, you know? In other words, since I turned down her invitation to dinner, she decided to find another way to spend some intimate time with me. I can't see any other way to interpret this.
それじゃあ、私も失礼させてもらうわね。
Oh, back to the booth.
生き返るわ。
That's Amane for you guys. Lesbian tendency? Amane, she likes Kazuki. What are you gonna do? What is she, an old man? She's gonna moan for you guys, I guess. And now she's starting to make suggestive noises.
誰かが使っていると分かったら普通は遠慮するものなのに。
Yumiko does not look displeased. She's like, well, Oh, wait! I bet we're gonna get a shot with all of them in the bath at one point, now they think about it. That would make so much sense.
おう？
だいたいお風呂で二人きりになって何を話せというのよ。
じゃあ、女子らしくエッチな話でもする？
That's just Amane.
あのね、
別に必ず話をする必要なんてないと思うけど。
Amane's like, just spend time together,
だって順調にいったらこれから2年は一緒に暮らすことになるんだよ。
It looks like we're in multiple streams. Well, we'll see.
それだけ時間があるのに今日は何を話そうなんていちいち考えてたら大変じゃん。
Because like, you're a fucking genius! I can hang out with people and not talk to them. 10 out of 10. Your best friend now.
何がそんなにおかしいのよ。
ごめんごめん。でも榊さんが可愛かったからつい。
Maybe Yumiko's gonna be the one that has lesbian tendencies now.
私が可愛い？
だって何を話せばいいかわからないって初めて彼氏ができた女の子みたいなんだもん。
All of a sudden, I realized exactly how embarrassing that line really was.
やっぱり榊さんは真面目だね。
She's a good person,
そうやってまた私のことをバカにして。
だからバカになんかしてないって。
Amane is just that type of person. Yumiko, you'll get used to her. The smile on Suo-san's face is the same as ever. For some odd reason, it convinced me that her words are sincere.
ねえ榊さん、
何よ。
この前榊さんがここにいる理由は聞かないって言ったけど、あれ撤回してもいいかな。
それはどういう意味？
なんていうか私より先に美浜学園の学生になっていた榊さんにどうしても聞いておきたいことがあるんだよね。
I wonder what that is, right?
逆にそれだけ聞かせてもらえればあとは何も聞かなくていいっていうかさ。
Alright, let's hear the question, right? I have no idea what Suo-san wants to ask me. That said, if answering a single question will prevent any further pestering from her, doesn't sound like that bad a deal.
分かったわ。で、あなたの聞きたいことっていうのは？
そのさ、榊さんは 自分からこの学園に来ることを選んだの？
Oh. I paused for a moment to consider the costs and benefits of replying to this question. The potential negative consequences come to mind, so I decided to answer honestly.
私の場合は親が決めたのよ。だから気づいた時にはここへの入学が決まっていたわ。
そっか。
I carefully omit any reference to how I'm connected to the owners of this academy, but Suo-san doesn't pursue the matter. Perhaps she really did simply want to know if I come here of my own free will.
そういうあなたはどうだったの？
私？
確かあなたは自分の意思でここへ来たと言っていたわよね。
そう。
Oh, so they actually did open up to each other a little bit right here, a week in.
ここなら誰にも迷惑をかけないんじゃないかと思って自分から親にパンフレットを見せた。
Aw, that's so sad. Aw.
そう。
Imitating Suo-san's early response, I offer only a brief and indifferent reply. I figured I wouldn't cause any trouble here. There's something hidden in those words, but only she knows what it is. Because I threw out her file because I didn't want to bring a prying busybody. And so I don't ask her anything else, and she doesn't say anything else. That's the unspoken rule we're both going to have to follow in our time at the school.
だからさ、一緒になるクラスメイトが榊さんみたいな人でちょっと安心したんだよ。
私は初めてのクラスメイトがあなたで不安になったのね。
嘘？私そんなに変だった？
まずは前日に届いた大量の引っ越し荷物。おまけにバイクに乗って登場よ。不安にならない方がおかしいわ。
まあ初めてあのバイクを見せた時うちのお母さんも真っ青な顔してたしな。
Yeah, seriously.
でしょうね。
My dad was a hell yeah! With that, our conversation peters to a halt. For some reason, I don't find the silence particularly awkward.
ねえ榊さん、
今度は何？
いろいろ聞いてばかりでごめんね、本当に。
I don't say anything in response to that apology. No matter how I might try to reply, I have the feeling it would come out as sounding rather meaningless.
それから今更かもしれないけどこれからもよろしくね。
Ah, so let's get along. Who's my favorite girl? Michiru! I like her.
そうね。今度脱衣所で私の服を見かけたときは入浴の時間をずらしてもらえると助かるわ。
ごめん、全然よろしくしてなくない？
As always, our conversation is more than a little disjointed. We're probably going to have many others just like this from now on. But for some reason, that thought doesn't really bother me anymore. But yeah, mine's Matsushima Michiru.
日本南部の太平洋に生息している海洋生物の中にコブダイというお魚がいます。
Oh my god, narration by Chizuru
コ
herself.
ブダイは卵から帰ってしばらくはすべての個体がメスとなる雌性成熟の形をとっていて、やがて体の大きな個体がオスに性転換を行うことで一つのハーレムを形成します。
Sounds like something I know.
それからさらに時が経ち、ハーレム内のオスが死んでしまった場合は次に体の大きいメスがオスとなってハーレムを存続させていく
Oh, so you're saying if Yuji died, Amane would be like, this is my harem.
というお話なんですけど、意図は伝わりましたよね。
Nope.
著名な海洋生物ドキュメンタリーを見たという自慢ですか？
違います。確かに映画は見ましたよ。見ましたけど、今のは榊さんの現状をコブダイの特性になぞらえた。スオさんが来てから2週間が経ったわけですが、新しい環境にはもう慣れたという質問です。
だったら初めからそういうのに。
I like how Sakaki doesn't mean to be very rude to Chizuru. She just is.
今何か言いましたか？
いえ、 気のせいだと思います。
それで実際のところはどう？
どうとは？
クラスメートがいる学園生活はどんな感じ？
I hope she says like annoying.
授業という枠組みで答えるなら、学生が増えたことによるメリットは大きいと思います。
Hey.
マンツーマン気味だったある種の窮屈さがなくなって、ペアを組んでの課題も行えるようになりましたから。
Yay.
そうですね。講師の先生方からも授業の幅が広がったという報告を受けていますし。
I can see Chizuru in this meeting, so like, what do you think? And like, oh my god, the new girl is so funny. We choose her for all of the questions, and Yumiko's sitting there secretly laughing, but we're pretending we don't see her do that. And Amina's just flustered. It's great.
より効率的な授業形態が取れるようになったのだとすれば、学力重視の実力校を目指している当校の教育方針的にも喜ばしい限りです。
で、本当に聞きたいことは何なんですか？
Are you guys friends?
入学当初は48キロだった榊さんの今の体重。
帰ります。
ちょっと冗談を言ってみただけなんですから、そんなに怒らないでください。
Yumiko's like, you know I gained weight, girl. I literally sit in my room and do nothing.
だったらさっさと本題に入ってください。
では正直に聞きますが、スオさんはどんな人？今後もうまくやっていけそう？
Since I hear that question, I can't help but help letting out a long sigh. The purpose of this conversation is clearly to confirm whether the chairman's daughter has any objections to the new transfer students' continued presence.
どんな人ですか？一言で言えばおせっかいな田舎のおばあちゃんですね。
I know a lot of people describe her as that, right?
田舎のおばあちゃん。確かに。
Judging from the principal's firm nod of agreement, I get the feeling Suo-san probably forced some food on her during one of their recent conversations.
それにおせっかいといっても一定以上は踏み込んでこないライン引きはできていますし、人付き合いも得意みたいですから、これといって不安視はしていません。
そうね。彼女はご実家の手伝いで人前に出る機会も多かったみたいだから、人当たりもいいし。そのことで商店街の人たちからお褒めの言葉をいただくことも多くて、学園のイメージアップにも貢献してくれているわ。
The school's image is now just Amina's boobs, though, so I don't know about that, Chizuru.
どうせ私は引きこもりです。
だからって榊さんのことを責めているわけじゃないんですから、拗ねないでください。
別に拗ねてなんか。
Yumiko's like,
ち
man.
なみにスオさんに同じ質問をしたら、榊さんのことを真面目でいい子だって言っていたわ。
スオさんがそんなことは？
It's like, really?
ええ。だからその気になれば榊さんにだってできることだと思うわよ。
Look at that, Chizuru being an actual teacher. Wait, what? Suo-san said something of the sort as well, but I can't say I'm particularly interested.
それでスオさんとはもうお友達になったのかしら？
そういう関係にはなっていないと思います。
Not yet.
彼女がどう思っているかは分かりませんが、私がスオさんに望んでいるのはあくまでもクラスメイトという間柄での付き合いだけです。なので今回の転入にそういった意図があったのだとしたら、期待には添えないと思います。
なるほどね。スオさんと榊さんから聞いた話を総合すると、今回の転入生受け入れはおおむねうまくいった。
It worked,
そういう
guys.
ことになりますね。
Yay! Yeah, this might be longer than I
そう
thought.
です
Yeah.
ね。もともと今までが特別だったというだけで、これが普通なのだと思えば何の不満もありません。
確かにここが一般に開放されている学園だということを考えれば、榊さんの言い分はもっともかもしれません。
It's just expensive, and there's an extensive background check and stuff, you know.
ですからあの人には問題なかったと伝えてもらって結構です。
わかりました。
Slowly rising to her feet, Principal Tachibana picks up a brown envelope from her desk and turns back to me.
ここでそう言ってくれた榊さんに大事なお知らせがあります。
What up?
大事なお知らせ？まさか。
Dun-dun!
そうです。スオさんに続いてもう一人新しいお友達が増えることになりま
It's like,
した。
it's been 2 weeks, woman! God damn it, I've lost so much of my personal space. And been fed so much food.
私が学園の運営に口を出せる立場でないことは十分理解していますが、いくらなんでも早すぎませんか？
I mean, this will probably be a rush thing anyway, right? If it's Machina.
それがそうでもないんです。榊さんには伝えていませんでしたが、実は同校が正式に学生の募集をかけたのは5月からなんです。知っての通り、榊さんがこの学園にやってきた頃は本校舎も一部建築中で、
Oh,
工事が
okay.
終了したのは5月末でしたよね。
Oh, and then they're like, well, since it's all done now, right? At the time, a section of the building was still wrapped in soundproof sheeting, and a number of the classrooms were unavailable for my use. What's more, they hadn't even commenced work on the lecture hall or the library. There were a number of gaping holes in the ground all across the campus.
つまり授業に必要な最低限の校舎施設が完成してから募集をかけたと？
What about the library?
そして募集をかけた途端に相当数の応募が寄せられて、そこから厳選に厳選を重ねて最初の一人に選ばれたのがスオさんだったというわけなんです。
Alright, what's her name? Suamane. Do you have some sort of trauma in your past? Maybe. Alright, she's good.
相当数ですか？
I do have some idea what their selection criteria might be, but it's a bit surprising to hear they received so many applications.
それに早急な学生数の確保は理事長の意向でもあります。
It's like, at least 5, maybe 6, you know?
でしょうね。
You know, you guys are losing a lot of money with one student that I'm paying for, you know, just saying. The school is the personal property of the East Beach Railway Group, an organization that's infamous for prioritizing profits over the sentiments of local residents. Rapidly increasing Mihama's number of students is the simplest possible way for them to recoup the losses they're incurring from its operation.
それで今度はどんな学生がやってくるんですか？
榊さんやスオさんと同じ女の子よ。
I mean, that sounds obvious.
それが松島みちるさん。
Michiru's third!
ええ。
Michiru's third! Yay! We're gonna get the funniest one. A few hours later, I've called Suo-san to my room to inform her about the new transfer student.
学年は1年生で年は私と同じだけれど、例によってみんな同じクラスになるそうよ。
You ready for some dumb stuff?
そこはなんとなく予想してたけど、松島さんってどんな人なの？
長い金髪を2つにまとめた活発そうな女の子だったわね。
What?
それだけ？他に情報はないの？こう人物標的なものとかさ。
そこまでは聞いていないわ。
Because I don't fucking care.
聞いてない？なんで？
じゃああなたは最初から何から何まで知らされた状態で腫れ物に触るように接したい？
Yama's like, good point.
そうだね。今のは私の失言だったよ。ごめん。
I do understand. You can tell yourself to mind your own business, but at times like these, curiosity can get the better of you. This is the second time around for me, so I suppose it's a bit easier for me to keep my calm.
ただ日常生活で気をつけなければいけないことがあった場合は事前に通知されることになっているから。
She takes medicine.
それがなかったということはそんなに心配する必要はないと思うけれど。
She might pop that medicine like it's candy. What?
そっか。榊さんみたいな人なら安心なんだけどね。
私みたいに面倒な人間が来たら頭を抱えるわ。
自覚あるんだ。
Soon enough, as the two of us continue to speculate wildly about the new transfer student, our moving boxes arrive in the dormitory, and day of arrival quickly follows. It's not nearly as much as what Amane brought. What? They're playing some music. They're playing some music.
松島さんの転入日って本当に今日なんですか？
What? It's a day off from school, but we got up bright and early and put on our uniforms and went out to wait in front of the gate. It's now been nearly 2 hours. Finally running out of patience, Suo-san breaks the silence with a pointed question.
先方が指定してきた時間は確かに今日ですし、時間も10時で間違いありません。
Oh man, they've been waiting for 2 hours?
そうは言っても予定の時間を2時間もオーバーしてるんですよ。
It's now noon, guys.
もしかしたら
Of course she's
国
late.
道沿いの中古車屋さんで偶然状態のいいライトスポーツを見つけてかじりついてるんじゃ。
That's Amane only.
スオさんの場合はそうかもしれませんけど、何かトラブルがあったのかもしれませんね。
だったら電話してみたらどうです？連絡先は把握しているんですよね。
Yumiko's like, I haven't fucking slept, and we've been waiting 2 hours now.
そうね。ちょっと確認を取ってみます。
With that, the principal takes out her phone and places a call, but there doesn't seem to be any answer.
ダメ。繋がらないわ。
じゃあどうします？
さすがにこのまま待ち続けるっていうのもね。
Amane's like, I'm done, man. It's lunchtime.
確かにその通りね。
At this rate, we might end up standing out here until dusk. Having reached that conclusion, Principal Tachibana ultimately decides that we should return to the dorm for the time being. In the end, the transfer student never did show up that day, and nearly an entire week would pass before she finally arrived. Okay, oh, so she didn't arrive. What's happening, Michiru? Michiru, what happened? Urged out of the dorm by a frantic Principal Tachibana, we arrive at the front gate to find an utterly exhausted young woman standing next to a taxi. This is exactly how I imagined Michiru, right? Her blonde pigtails sway limply in the air, as does the tendril drool hanging from her mouth. It's hard to make out, but she seems to be muttering incoherently under her breath. All of a sudden, she forcefully wipes the drool from her mouth, looks up.
私の名前は松島みちる。で、別にあんたたちのために転校してきたわけじゃないんだからね。
Alright, she was tsundere from the get-go, and offers us this puzzling declaration.
あれ？まさかのノーリアクション？おかしいな。前の学校じゃあんなに受けたのに、イントネーションも間違ってなかったわよね。ちょっと、人がせっかく会心のツンデレを決めたんだから、何か反応があってもいいんじゃないの？
And that day, Amane had to learn what a tsundere was, and that day, Sakaki Yumiko went, no.
え？じゃあ、ツンデレかよ。そう、それよ。私が欲しかったリアクションはそれなのよ。
Amane is too pure.
あんた、
For
な
this.
かなか見込みがあるじゃない？特別に私のことをミチル様って呼んでもいいわよ。
It's like, no.
は？ Please call me ミチル様。はい。
Please call me.
あのさ、榊さん。
何？
どうしよう。この子、ちょっと殴りたい。
I mean, she's wearing like this, like colored paper little ring necklace. She has this something in her hand. I'm not sure what it is.
あら、偶然ね。私もちょうどイライラしていたところだし、遠慮なくどうぞ。
Michiru died that day, guys.
こらこら、勝手に許可を出すな。それから殴ろうとするな。いうか、なんでいきなり険悪な雰囲気？そうですよ。3人ともちょっと落ち着いてください。今重要なのはこの1週間松島さんがどこで何をしていたかってことなんですから。
Oh yeah, that's right. She's been gone for a week.
そう、私が聞いて欲しかったのはそこなのよ。
Wait, what?
制服は着てないみたいだけど、あんたも学生よね。じゃああんたも私のことはミチル様って呼んでいいわよ。
So it's called choose a student.
今スオさんの気持ちが分かった気がします。
ものすごく。というわけで、ここは私が。
I'm just like, I got this.
嘘の相談するな。なんなのよもう、このバイオレンスな学園は。
You know what? I feel the most sorry for the taxi driver. Who's like, really? What? Why? What's happening? Because you're unbelievably annoying. Somehow the three of us managed to hold back the urge to fire off this obvious retort. Our first priority at this moment is hearing the transfer student's story. Settling down on the sofa in the lobby, the blonde girl exhales deeply as if to expel the fatigue from her body. Could you imagine Michiru shows a different personality? Immediately thereafter, she begins to remove a number of small accessories she's been wearing and place them on the table. Soon enough, there's a pile of decorative objects sitting in front of her, varying from a small poster board full of handwritten messages to a colorful origami necklace.
とりあえず気になったのだけれど、それは何？
別にあんたに見せるために持ってきたわけじゃないんだからね。
嘘。
うざいとか言うな。傷つくでしょ。
だったらその面倒くさい反応はなんとかならないの？
なんとかならない。だって私はツンデレだから。
Yumiko's like, I regret many things right now. Letting out a sigh reminiscent of those I was heaving immediately after Suo-san's arrival, I decided to stop even trying to understand this nonsense.
それで話を戻すんだけど、あんたたちはこれが気になってるのよね。
She points at the objects on the table.
まあ、気にはなるわよね。
She's like, I guess so.
そう？そこまで言うなら仕方ないわね。一言で言い表すのは難しいんだけど、それでもあえて言葉にするとしたら、これは絆ね。
Bonds?
絆？
Bonds?
そう、本当に短い間だったけど、決して忘れることのできない大切な思い出よ。
Oh.
まあ、そこを説明するためには、私が経験したここ1週間の出来事について触れなきゃいけないんだけど。
Seriously, how is she a week late? Uh-oh. Looking off wistfully into the distance for no apparent reason, the transfer student slowly begins to tell the tale of her mysterious journey. It's gonna be silly, isn't it?
1週間前の私は、新しい街、新しい学園、新しいツンデレとの出会いを夢見て、颯爽と横浜駅に降り立った。
Wait, what?
そして駅を出たところで最初に見つけたタクシーに元気よくこう言ったのよ。
Hey, taxi! Squeal!
美浜学園まで大人1枚ってね。
大人1枚？
なんかもう嫌な予感しかしないんだけど。自慢じゃないけど、私は地図が読めないし、学園の場所もよく分かってなかったから、それが一番確実だと思ったのよね。
Which explains why she didn't get off of Miyahama Station and went to Yokohama?
で、いい笑顔で「いや美浜学園ね」って返事をしてくれた運転手さんに連れて行かれたのが、ここじゃない、もう一つの美浜学園だったのよ。
それはつまり転入先の学園を間違ったっていうこと？
まあ簡単に言うとそういうことになるわね。
Literally, she said, I'm a transfer student at this other Miyahama Academy. They're like, I guess she is. And they kept her for a week until like, wait, you're not supposed to be at this one.
そう。
What? How'd she pull that off?
そこで季節外れの転入生として紹介された私は、さっきと同じように挨拶代わりのツンデレを決めた。そしたらそれが大受けで、私が喋ったり動いたりするたびにドッカンドッカン笑いが巻き起こったわ。
So make sure like this is the way to go.
それって
笑いが起こったっていうか、ただ笑われてただけなんじゃ。
I mean, realistically, everyone does look really happy and friendly in that school.
おまけになぜか授業も習ったことがあるところばかりで。
Oh, it's a middle school!
まさか中学校だったんですか？
So this high schooler shows up in a middle school, acts like a scenario, gets put in the class, and for a week!
うん。
Even Chizuru is like so exasperated she doesn't know. Wow!
そしてようやくクラスのみんなの名前も覚えたって頃になって、私は一つの違和感に気づいたのよ。
They're all wearing different uniforms than you!
なんでみんなは私と違う制服を着てるんだろうって。
いや、最初に気づけよ。
それを隣の席のみよこちゃんに尋ねたのが終わりの始まりだったわ。私が1週間の時を過ごしたその学園は、美しい浜の美浜学園じゃなくて、3つの浜の美浜学園。
Oh, okay.
そのことを先生に相談したら、すぐに再転入の手続きをしてくれて、次の日にはクラスのみんなが盛大なお別れ会を開いてくれたのよ。
Oh, she made all these friends in middle school.
これはその時もらった思い出の品々ってわけ。どう？すごいでしょ。
How did she survive for a week? She doesn't have any of her stuff. There's all at the dorm. How did she get by for a week without anything but her freaking school uniform? How did she do it? Her luck is so fucking stupid that she was able to survive an entire week without any of her things. And at this school that just took her in? What?
ある意味すごいかな。
It's freaking amazing. What happened?
で、先生に美浜学園までの地図を書いてもらった私は力強く歩き出したのよ。
歩き出した？
お金最初のタクシーでほとんど使っちゃってたからね。
I'm gonna say, oh, okay.
そして命からがら三島崎の駅にたどり着いたところで、さっきのタクシーの運転手さんが助けてくれたってわけ
Oh
な
my,
のよ。
she walked from Yokohama to someplace in Kanagawa Prefecture? Really?
だからあんなに汚れ疲れ果てていたんですね。
It looks like your clothes are filthy and disgusting. That's right, this is the same girl that traveled the world making business deals that made millions upon millions of yen.
途中でカラスにつつかれたり、野良犬に追いかけられたりして、まさに大冒険だったわね。
Oh my god, you know what Michiru is? She's the female version of Komaeda from Danganronpa. Because she has a ton of good luck that's balanced by a ton of bad luck.
あのさ、松島さん。
あ？
今の話を聞いて、どうしても尋ねたいことができちゃったんだけど、いいかな？
お、いいわよ。聞きたいことがあったら何でも聞きなさい。
You know what's sad?
この私に。
You know what's sad? In middle school, Michiru had actually been a smart student too on top of that. So she'd been even more popular. It's everything's Danganronpa again! No!
なんていうか、本人を前にこんなことを聞くのはちょっと気が引けるんだけど。
Are you an idiot, right?
松島さんってバカ？
言わないで。自分でもうすす気づいてるんだから。
Michiru's like, okay, I understand that spending a week in the wrong school with middle schoolers on a high school student with a different uniform makes me sound like an idiot, and I'm realizing it. Please don't say that. Please don't say it to my face. I'm trying. All of a sudden, that confident smile gives way to a painfully forlorn expression. Something about the way her voice trembles when you think that we're only now getting a glimpse of Matsuri Michiru's true nature.
じゃあスーツを着てるこの人は学生じゃなくて学園長だったってわけね。
How many times that teaches this lesson to damn bear? It's literally Danganronpa in a nutshell. It's either you stupid bear or Junko's back for no reason again. Both. It's both.
そうです。学生でなければ花売りの女の子でもありませんよ。しつこいようですけど。
I like how Chizuru keeps referencing that scene with Danny.
そりゃ間違った私が悪いけど、 なんか必要以上に怒られてない私。
Now that the transfer student's tale of adventure has come to an end, we moved on to introducing ourselves in turn.
それから私が2年生の周防あまねで、
こっちがその友人 A ってわけね。
What? A for Amane?
誰が友人 A よ。
Oh, she's going to Yumiko.
じゃあ B？
Try Y.
榊由美子1年生よ。
あまねに由美子ね。よーくわかったわ。
Oh, first name right away.
いきなり呼び捨て？
だって同じ学年でしょ。
それはそうだけど。
Yumiko's like, what? Is that how it works? Yumiko's like, look in the dictionary. Wait! That's not right. Our argument isn't exactly wrong. But even so, it seems a bit overfamiliar to start using our names so casually right after we've introduced ourselves.
私は年上なんだけどね、一応。
だからって別にあんたのことが気になるとかそういうんじゃないんだからね。
What?
いや、それはもういいから。
I was like, please stop this tsundere.
簡単にもういいとか言うな。
She's like, I'm trying,
あんた
okay?
は敬語で喋られるのとか好きじゃなさそうな気がしたからせっかく気を使ってあげたのに。
I mean, Michiru's not wrong, actually.
ああ、確かにそれは当たり。だから私もみちるって呼ばせてもらってもいい？
そうなの？
What about the Sama?
やっぱり松島さんとかの方が良かった？
そうじゃなくてここはみちる様っていうところでしょ、話の流れ的に。
I mean, Michiru literally would have died of embarrassment if someone called her that. And someone calls her that for the rest of forever.
そっちかよ。
前の学校じゃみんな喜んで呼んでくれたわよ。
It's because you're a comedian!
だからそれはバカにされてただけだって。
それは私を陥れるための嘘とかじゃなくて本当に。
こんなところで嘘ついてどうするよ。
この寄せ書きにも絶対電話するねとかメールちょうだいとかたくさん書いてあるけど。
じゃあ携帯のアドレスとか教えてもらった？
そういえばそういう話をした記憶が。
Betrayed by middle schoolers! What kind of society is this? God damn it. Oh, poor Michiru.
まあ松島さんは今日から美浜学園の一員になるわけですし、
そうですよね。新しい出会いに別れはつきもの。
A few bumps in the road, you know?
そういうわけでよろしく頼むわよ。あまね、由美子。
よろしく。
よろしく。
They don't sound very enthusiastic about it. I don't think I've ever met anyone quite as wild and unpredictable as this girl. It takes a genuine effort of will to suppress my misgivings long enough to offer a blandly polite response.
それじゃあひとまず2階へ上がりましょうか。まずは松島さんの住む部屋を決めないといけませんから。
だったら私ツンデレ部屋がいいです。
There is none, sorry.
それはどういうお部屋なの？
素直になれない繊細な乙女心を表現した全部の方角に隣がいない角部屋、それがツンデレ部屋です。
Is that how it works, guys? Gazing at Matsumi Michiru's swaying pigtails, I find myself reaching a certain conclusion. Our new classmate is exactly the kind of person I have the hardest time getting along with. The kind of person who won't hesitate to step right into your private space, ignoring all the boundaries you set up around yourself. Unless I'm very much mistaken, getting to know her might be even more painful than it was with Suo-san.
小舞台のように器用な真似ができないことは自分が一番よく分かっているもの。
Aw. Once again, I would soon learn that my intuition was right on the money. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? We gotta see it right now.
それでは松
松島
この問題の答えはいくつになる？
She's gonna answer like, I don't know.
わかりません。
Yup.
そうやって考えようとしないのはいかん。わからないならわからないなりに何か言ってみなさい。
全くしょうがないわね。あんたがそこまで言うなら考えてあげなくもないんだからね。
Maybe.
少し廊下に立ってなさい。
はい。
Many women have a hard time giving birth the first time around, but find their second child a great deal easier. Apparently that also applies to accepting transfer students. Matsushima-san's move into the dorms and her tour around campus went quite smoothly. She started attending classes the very next week. And she's done. A few minutes before our second class of the day is scheduled to begin, Matsushima-san lets out a peculiar shriek and abruptly dashes back into the classroom.
びっくりした。私としたことがすっかり忘れてたわ。っていうか、廊下に立たされるって結構疲れるのね。ほら、足がパンパン。なに？前の学園に脳みそでも忘れてきた？
Wow!
あんた今さらっと言ったけど、ものすごい暴言よ、それ。ごめんごめん。でも授業中のみちるが面白くて。しょうがないでしょ。私は勉強苦手なのよ。それにツンデレは勉強できない方がそれっぽいんだからね。
Alright guys, let's go through this number of tsunderes I can name in anime that are very good in classes. Aisaka Taiga from Toradora, Tosaka Rin from Fate. There's a lot more. I'm just drawing a blank because I also don't like tsunderes that much. Oops.
ツンデレと勉強の関係はよくわかんないけど、お詫びにソフトクッキーあげるから機嫌直してよ。
Feed it. Feed the animal.
何よこれ、カントリーマーモ？そうそう、そんな感じ。荷物からオーブンレンジを出したから試しに焼いてみたのよね。
You're a guinea pig.
あー、こんなの作っちゃうなんて、あまねは料理の人だったのね。なんだよ料理の人って。
Someone who can cook.
はあ、でもおいしい。でものんきにクッキー食べてる場合じゃないのよ。
Oh. See ya.
ガリ忘れてたことがあったんでしょ。そう、アドレスよ。アドレス交換。アドレスって携帯のだよね。教えてくれるの？教えてくれるってそんなにかしこまるようなことでもないでしょ。だからってあんたのことが気になるとかそういうんじゃないんだからね。
She's trying so hard.
みちる。やだ、何涙ぐんでるのよあんた。もしかして私以上に友達いない子？
That'd be actually very true.
いや、最近さ、アドレス交換についての価値観を揺さぶられてたから、やっぱりそれが普通だよねってちょっと感動しちゃってさ。
Yumiko's like, nope, nope, nope. Nope. As Suda-san dramatically pinches the corner of her eyes, Matsushima-san looks on with an expression of mild bewilderment. I know keeping quiet is just going to make things worse for me, but I can't bring myself to dignify this nonsense with a response.
よし、これで OK。 じゃあ次はユミコね。
She's not gonna do it. Like, let's be honest. If Yumiko was to give anybody her mail address, it would be one Suo Amane here.
ねえ、榊さん。みちるがこう言ってるんだけど、どうする？
Yumiko's gonna say the same thing. Like, why, right? I respond by waving my hand dismissively.
やっぱりか。あ？やっぱりってどういうことよ？ それは
Now that I have communicated my refusal, Suo-san intercedes on my behalf. She's probably stepping in because she assumes I don't know how to deal with Matsushima-san, and for once, I'm grateful for her meddling. Aww.
ミス・マツシマ、イエスタデイのリトルテストにライトされていた You のネームなのですが、
名前ちゃんと名前名字の順にミチル・松島って書きましたけど。
Did she write in Japanese though?
そこまではグッドでしたが、スペルがミスしていました。
What'd she write?
これではミチョル松島です。せめてマイネームくらいは正しくライトできるようにしましょう。
Michoru Matsujima!
守備うまいぜ。
Fortunately, Matsushima-san spent most of the next class period cringing in her seat like a vampire trapped in a church, so there was no further disruption of her studies. He's pretty dumb. Baka ne.
だるっていうか暑い。こんな時すかさず冷たい飲み物を用意してくれるメイドさんでもいてくれたら最高なのに。
I mean, that might happen in the future sometime.
なんでそんなにやる気がないのよ。体育はミチョルの得意科目だと思ってたのに。
She even said Michoru.
ミチョル言うな。私の名前は松島みちるだし、確かに体育は嫌いじゃないわよ。でもこんな暑い日にわざわざ外で運動しなくてもいいじゃない。
Yeah, but it's good. You get to sweat it off, you know?
そこは私も同意見ね。
ほら見なさい。私たちはインドア派の現代っ子代表なんだから。そっか。せっかく運動が得意そうな子が入ってきてくれたから、勝負でもしたら面白そうだと思ってたの。
Wait. Doesn't Amane and Michiru's competitions end in like bloodshed or like someone fainting or puking or something?
勝負？そう。種目は野球で、ヒットを打ったらミチルの勝ち、アウトを取ったら私の勝ちっていう勝負。ほほー。よりにもよってこの私が得意とする野球を選んでくるとはね。いいわよ。その勝負受けようじゃない。やっぱり野球は得意だったか。でも私だってそう簡単に負ける気はないわよ。これでも草野球では男の人たちに混じって投げてたし、ムービングのあまねちゃんって通り名がついたくらいなんえ。私だって永遠の不発なんてもっぱらの評判だったんだからね。
Deadly dud, what?
それ悪い評判じゃないの。
Now that we're up to 3 students, I've been hoping that our PE class might become a little less tedious. Most physical activities you're expected to learn in school are team sports of some kind. The more people you have playing, the better. Or so I thought, at least.
じゃあ第1球いくよ。
Yup, it's going.
うりゃーサイドスローの球なんて私には止まって見えるわよ。んだっしゃー。撃たれた。キャッチお願い、榊さん。
今から追いかけて取れるわけないじゃない。
ですよね。
At the end of the day, 3 people still isn't really enough to do much of anything. Soon becomes clear that we'll need at least 2 additional players for this sort of thing. That's gonna happen in the future. In any case, little by little, we've begun to adjust to changes in our environment. As it turns out, the first real major event following Matsushima's arrival will be an abrupt dinner party of sorts. A dinner party? They're gonna have dinner together, guys. Alright, I'm gonna leave it here. Apparently, it was longer than I thought. This prologue section. Which I didn't think it was gonna be that much longer, but... it was. So, yeah, we'll cut it off here. I guess I have to do it one more week. And you know what? That's fine. I have a few visual novels I'm, like, back and forth in my mind, so... It gives me time to narrow it down for the next Monday Night Livestream. So for now, it's animefanrk2k. This has been the Monday Night Livestream. It was going to be the end of the Eden of Grisaia, but it wasn't. So we're going to do it again next week. So for now, have a good night. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.